It seems that consumer demand for the iPhone 15 Pro Max has been so good that Apple's even making adjustments. As yes, if you're seeing some crazy wait times for that 15 Pro Max, Apple is trying to fix that. It seems the Galaxy S24 series might not necessarily change much when it comes to internals, and it's about that time when your iOS products get a breath of new software. I'm Jaime Rivera, and if anyone else is dealing with allergies lately, repeatedly, like me, it's just been coming and going for the past couple of weeks. I guess this is the new thing. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Apple, since the new version of iOS, iPadOS, and WatchOS are finally available for download. Almost a week after the company announced the iPhone 15 series, Cupertino made the new software available for everyone who has a supported device. In the case of iOS 17, we get a ton of new features and customizations, even if a lot are actually mostly to interact with other iPhone users on iOS 17. Cupertino is also introducing some accessibility tools that will definitely be appreciated. Though, yeah, recording your voice, that's actually pretty cool. If you have an iPhone XS or newer, you will be able to install the new version. iPadOS 17 is also available for download, and perhaps the most noticeable change is that you'll be able to personalize your lock screen in a way that's similar to what Apple did with the iPhones back with iOS 16. Pretty much hinting to those OLED iPads that we're still waiting for. The update adds interactive widgets, and Stage Manager is getting some much needed improvements as well. Now, the biggest overhaul was Apple Watch with WatchOS 10. This is a complete redesign to the UI since its launch, with widgets that you can glance on below the watch face. In addition to new watch face options, a better grid for your applications, improved health features, new ways to navigate, and more. I'm already actually trying it. Actually, all of them, so I've had no issues for weeks since I tried the betas and now the official ones, so I don't think you'll have a problem in updating yourself. Now let's talk about Samsung, since we have new details about their upcoming Fan Edition devices. Earlier today, Evan Blass shared a video showcasing the Galaxy S23 FE in all angles. The video doesn't reveal anything new from what we had seen in previous renders, but at least, it's better to look at the device this way. If you notice, it looks a lot like the Galaxy A54, and the dimensions are also compatible with the center-aligned punch hole cutout that we get for the selfie camera. Sadly, the video shows the phone with a dark wallpaper, so it's hard to ascertain the thickness of the bezels. Other aspects like the camera lens placement on the back panel, location of the buttons, and rounded corners are in line with other Samsung phones released recently. Also, the specifications listed on Tina confirm that Samsung will offer the S23 FE with a 6.3-inch display, 8 gigs of RAM, and up to 256 gigs of internal storage. It should arrive with either the Exynos 2200 or the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which I hope that means the Plus, and in the camera department, we could get a lower resolution telephoto camera to make it less expensive. Rumors point to an 8-megapixel telephoto unit capable of 3x optical zoom, working alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide and a 50-megapixel primary camera with OIS. The rumored price doesn't look too good, though, as it apparently starts at $700. We'll see how that goes, because Pixel 7 or Pixel 7a, yeah, they're going to have a ball. Moving on, let's stick to Samsung, but switch to the Galaxy S24 series. We're months away from the official launch, but the rumors about the new phone keep coming, and this time we talk about batteries. Okay, so it was previously reported that the company would offer support for 65-watt fast charging on its Galaxy S24, but, in a new series of listings in China's 3C agency confirms that will not be the case. Apparently, the S24 series will retain the 25-watt and 45-watt charging speeds that we've had for its predecessors for a bit, with the base S24 topping up at just 25 like the S23. Now, as for the battery sizes, we haven't heard much about the base model, but on the other hand, we can expect the Plus and the Ultra variants to stick to 5,000 mAh cells. It also remains to be seen if Samsung will opt for stacked battery technology on the S24 Plus and Ultra, as reported earlier this year. Now that the iPhone 15 is out and the Pixel 8 is basically public, we'll most likely see a ton of new reports of the S24 series surfacing, so stay tuned, because those are going to get more intense. And finally, for the most interesting news today, let's talk about Apple and how it's going for the iPhone 15 series, at least in reports. A few months ago, it was predicted that the Pro Max model would have big demand, and well, it seems that's actually becoming a reality. I mean, have you seen the crazy wait times if you want to order one right now? Well, Ming Chi Kuo just reported that the demand is very strong and that Apple is trying to ramp up production, but there are obviously some hurdles. It seems that the iPhone 15 Pro Max's tetraprism camera module with up to 5x optical zoom has been the most significant delay in the supply bottleneck of the device, which is why you're seeing up to 7 weeks of wait times. In response, Kuo said that Apple is increasing specification of the tetraprism lens supplied by Largan Precision in order to compensate for this, and I wonder what that means. As a result of this change and to meet the strong demand for the iPhone 15 Pro Max overall, Kuo said that Largan Precision has expanded its production lines for this lens. Also, it seems like this year's biggest flagship is way more popular than the iPhone 14 Pro Max, selling more units during the same period. So yeah, the strategy of giving that model an exclusive camera feature is working perfectly for Apple. Finally, the Pro Max was the last model out of the entire lineup to enter mass production, which has presumably contributed to the device's lengthy shipping dates. So yeah, if you're interested in waiting between 3 to 7 weeks, yeah, that 15 Pro Max starts at $1199 with 256 gigs of base storage, which is double last year at $100 more. Anyways, in today's question, let us know, which iPhone 15 model did you order and why? Because in my case, obviously, I'm a creator. Pro Max was the way to go for me, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me struggle with the usual pests. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.